and all the suffering indigenous populations in the damnable zoological republic are set free. Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile Chukwu okike abịa onye na-efe na aja aha nsọ ya mma mgbe niile. Onye ọbụla na ya na-achị eluigwe n'ụwa na-agba akaebe ịhụnanya gị na ebere gị amara gị n'ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị na-eze ebede ngọzi. Anyị wee na-etoghị agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro. Iwe nye anyị ndụ ala nke dị n'uwere n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-asị na ịja mma niile otu niile dịrị aha nsọ gị. Onye ọbụla na ya ka ike niile nọ n'ọbadịrị aka ya. Anyị wee na-akpọku gị na-asị gị na nke ọma anyị ga-ekele gị nke ọjọọ ma anyị kelee gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị wee na-asọpụrụ gị n'isi ụmụ gị niile bụ ndị ikwu ndị wee eziokwu mgbe a kpọrọ ha ka ha wee chekwaa ala nsọ gị bụ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na ihe ndị kwuru anyị nkwa na o mekataghị ka ndị iro wee were ala nsọ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro ma ndị na-agba mgbọgba ebe niile dị iche iche onye nwe m na Chineke nna n'ihere bụ nke ndị dị etu a n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-eto gị wee na-asị onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile onye ọ bụla anyị a na-azọpụta onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen. Anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi na ọtụtụ na ịja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ise ise ise.
Welcome. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you wherever you are joining from. If you're joining from Biafra land, I say may Chukwu guide and protect you. If you're joining from any part of the world, I say may Chukwu guide and protect you. Thank you for joining. Today, we're still going to talk about the situation of things in Biafra land. A lot of brothers and sisters are losing their lives. A lot of people are facing difficulties in Biafra land. But the most painful thing is that so many of us are distracted. We are distracted, busy, talking about irrelevant things. You go to so many platforms, they are busy blackmailing their brothers and sisters. They are busy fighting their brothers and sisters. They are busy distracting those who are doing something meaningful for the struggle of Biafra. As you all know, Mazi and Nnamdi once again have been denied visits. And this is the third time since Mazi and Nnamdi appeared in court last time. There has not been any visit to him. And it calls for concern. It calls for concern. It's not an ordinary thing. It's not an easy thing. It's not a good sign. It's not a good sign. So wherever you are watching from, you have to wake up from your sleep. If you are sleeping, this is not the time to sleep. This is not time to play. This is not time to blackmail. And this is not time to fight against your brother. Because we have a common enemy that wants to destroy every one of us. We will not allow them to destroy us. They are trying by all means possible to make sure they destroy the Biafran people. Are we going to allow them to destroy us? We will not allow them. If you will allow them, I will not allow them to destroy me. Mazi Nnamdi will not allow. That was why Mazi Nnamdi established the ESN and also went forward to educate the Biafrans on what to do on how to get their freedom. Today, so many people are deviating. You see so many people speaking the language of Janjaweed, speaking a language that is not welcoming. The struggle for Biafra is for every indigenous tribe in the old southern region, old southeastern region. These people are Biafra people. The struggle for Biafra is a struggle to give freedom to the old southeastern region, the present south-south, the southeast, and the lower Benue. These are where you have Biafra people. Wherever you see that your grandmother is tying 2 pieces of wrapper, you are a Biafran. It doesn't matter how you try to deny it, you are a Biafran. And we are from one ancestral parents. We are fighting for survival. We are fighting for our freedom. It's a matter of life and death. It's not a joke. For some of you who think it's a joke, it is not a joke. So if you still think it's a joke, you better wake up and begin to do the right thing and make sure that Mazi Nnamdi is being freed unconditionally. Everybody is fighting on different fronts. Stop gossiping. Stop talking down on your fellow Biafran. You see some people, they are using the Janjaweed language. You identify yourself from different this kind of region. Identify yourself with your tribe. You identify yourself with your language. You identify yourself with so many things that are irrelevant. It is so sad that people are moving on that wrong direction, a direction that Mazi Nnamdi have already destroyed in the past. Today they are returning it back. A lot of things that is happening today they are very, very wrong, and we don't have to allow it. Remember what Mazi Nnamdi tells us, that the only way they can be able to run over us is when they divide us. That is the only way the Janjaweed can overcome us. Mazi Nnamdi made it clear. The only way they can overcome us is when they divide us, and that is what they are doing. They are dividing us from all fronts, dividing us from all corners. After Mazi Nnamdi have tried to unite all of us today, They kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, left him in DSS, and now the division has come back again. It's scribbling back. People are beginning to identify themselves again with their tribe, with their religion, with their location. It is not good. We are all Biafra. It is enough to call ourselves Biafran, and that is the whole way, the only way we can be able to survive what is happening. That is the only way we can overcome the challenges that are before us. It is not by gossiping. It's not by blackmailing our brothers and sisters. It's not by fighting ourselves. We have enough fight to fight. We have the enemy before us who is trying to destroy every one of us. The enemy who is fighting tooth and nail to make sure that overcome us. Those are the people who have to be concerned about, and not our brothers and sisters who are genuinely fighting for us. Not our brothers and sisters that are genuinely fighting for us. There are so many people who are moving on the wrong direction. If you're one of those who is going to the wrong direction, make sure you trace your step. Retrace your step and follow that which is right. We must have to continue fighting for our freedom. We must have to continue pursuing that thing that is right. Pursue the right thing and follow the right direction. Follow the right direction. The Janjaweed don't mean us well. They are the common enemy that everybody should be looking upon. They are the common enemy that every one of us should be after to fight. And not our brothers and sisters. Why are you bent on fighting your brother and your sister? Why are you bent on destroying yourself? And do not believe on the camp of the enemy. Don't believe on the court of the enemy. If you are still one of those who is believing on the court of the enemy, you have to retrace your step. Many people have said it. A court that cannot be able to obey their own law, how do you think that they can be able to listen to you? How can a court that does not obey their own law give you justice? A country that doesn't obey their own law, how can they give you justice? From where? How can they give you justice? It is not possible. A nation that doesn't obey their own law, how do you think, how on the planet Earth do you think can they give you justice? They can't give you justice. They can't give you justice. That is why you have to do everything possible to save yourself from the calamity that is coming. Because it has come. It has come. Biafran people have been killed enough. This is the time for them to wake up and defend themselves. Self-defense is not a crime. Self-defense is not a crime. Every human being on the planet then have the right to defend themselves. To defend yourself against the enemy. Even animals defend themselves, let alone human being. Why would we defend ourselves? It is high time we defend ourselves. And for those of us who doesn't know what to do, it is high time we are one people. We are one people. We have been fighting this war from the onset, from the beginning. During the Civil War, we fought together. We were together during the Civil War. And we fought for 3 good years. It wasn't only the Igbos. It wasn't only the Jaws. It wasn't only a certain group of people. It is the whole Biafrans. They fought and fought and fought for their freedom, to make sure that they get their freedom. And they were able to secure our freedom. They were able to secure the freedom. They were not killed. And today again, we are back here, fighting for our freedom once again. And some people think it's not the right thing to do. Anything you know you can do to make sure that Biafra comes, do it. Don't listen to people. There are a lot of blackmail and gossip. Some will blackmail you because of what you want to do, just to make sure they distract you. Some will blackmail you to make sure you don't support Biafra. Some will blackmail you to make sure that you don't follow the right thing. Some will blackmail you to make sure that you begin to lie. Do not listen to blackmail. Always remain in the side of the truth. I saw a video that one of our brother made. One of our brother who is into music. He composed a music that he used the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to sing. And in that music, which he plays Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, people are beginning to call him. Some are telling him not to play the music. Some are telling him remove the music. Some are telling him don't play the music. Some are attacking him because he wants to play a music to promote the struggle for Biafra. Because you want to promote the struggle of Biafra. Many people are fighting him already. They are fighting him because he wants to promote Biafra. But that brother insisted. He said it doesn't matter. You can like him, you can hate him, that he's going to play the music. No matter the attack, that he's going to play music. I want to play the video for you to hear from that brother directly and hear what he had to say. This is the spirit every Biafra have to possess at this time. In this new dimension, this is the spirit you have to possess. Anything you know you can do to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is free, to make sure that Biafra come, continue to do it. Don't be discouraged with anybody. Don't be discouraged. Even if it is somebody who is your breadwinner, let him go with his bread. Chukwu Kame will provide another means for you. He will provide another means for you. Listen to this brother, what he had to say.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ayindon Oyechaka. You name I know Ega for now, but I have to use this opportunity to clarify things, okay? a new song I did with KC. I did that song, and that song will soon be out in the market. And I've noticed a lot of things. Okay, after I put out the snippets of that song out there. So when some people heard the name of our brother and leader Mazi Kanu on that song, some people were happy, some people were positive about that, a majority were negative about that, and to some it's not a good move because that it will affect the promotion of the song, and some people will not like to play it because of that. Then to some people that I shouldn't have mentioned Mazi Kanu on the song, that I wanted to use his name to sell the song, you know. I wanted to use the name to make a hit out of the song. And to some people, they were happy that yes, after all this while, I've done a lot of songs like Ibotik, Mego Iba Brancho, or For Deputy Jesus, Okwabara Lift, you know, Total Cash Out, and I've been recognizing some people who I think deserve to be recognized on that song. And I want to recognize Mazi Kanu fully, and they were and they are happy about that. And one thing I want to say is this. This is social media. You know, data, you know, and when you have data, you can do anything with your data. It's your personal data. I want to encourage those people who are trying so hard to make me change my mind about not dropping the song. I want to encourage them to bring it on, you know, try to demoralize me or any other person who is trying to be true to his beliefs and what he stands for by trying to be myopic in reasoning and thinking. As for that song is all about appreciating people who has tried for their families, their communities, and I decided that yes, Mazi Kanu has tried. He has tried for me. Let me use me. You can personalize it if you want. So, and I decided to recognize him. If you don't like it, I cannot stop you from not liking it, you know. If you try to come and emotionally blackmail me, that one is left for you. You can't go because you know, that song has come to stay. If I release it and you don't like it, because just face another song, you have to go like one, ignore this one. But all my fire than Diego, and it was really recognized. So if you don't like it, sorry, huh? Thank you.
You have heard from him. That is the spirit every Biafran have to possess. A lot of blackmail is going to come. Look at this, our brother. He wants to produce a music with the name of Mazi Kanu that he called in the music. And people are calling him, telling him not to release the music, telling him to remove the name of Mazi Kanu from his music, blackmailing him. Some are telling him that if you put the name of Mazi Kanu, people will not buy the music. If you put the name of Mazi Kanu, people will not follow. Some are blackmailing him. They are telling him because he wants to be popular. That's why you're using the name of Mazi Kanu. This is the kind of thing we see in the struggle for Biafra. Do not give in to blackmail. In the new dimension that we are in, don't give in to blackmail. They will blackmail you more. More blackmail will come. More distraction will come. More attack will come. Death will come. But don't shake. Do not shake. Don't move your position. Continue to follow the truth. Continue to follow the truth. Once you see something that is truthful, once your conscience convinces you that what you are doing is right, continue to do it. The greatest teacher we have is our conscience. Chukwu Okike Abiama gave us that conscience. There is no human being living on the planet Earth that will say that he or she doesn't know what is right and what is wrong, except for those of them whom their conscience is dead. And when your conscience is dead, you are finished. If your conscience is dead, if you're one of those that your conscience is dead, you are finished. Your conscience is dead to the extent that when you are doing something wrong, you don't know. When you are doing evil, you are not pained. When you are doing something, you are lying, your conscience doesn't touch you. It means you are dead already. But for those of us who still have conscience in them, anything that your conscience tells you that is right, continue to do it. Follow the truth and pursue it to the last. That is the right way to go. There will be a lot of blackmail, a lot of propaganda will come. A lot of propaganda, but don't shake. We know that we are fighting the right cause. Asking for self-determination, it is not a bad thing, a request to make. It is not a crime to demand for self-determination. It is not a crime anywhere. Not a crime anywhere in the world. Asking for referendum is not a crime anywhere in the world. It's the right request. A peaceful request. Referendum is a peaceful request. But because of this legitimate peaceful request, that is why Mazi Nnamdi was kidnapped. And today he's in captivity. They have refused his lawyers to visit him. 3 consecutive times after the last call, they have refused him every visit. That is why you must not depend on the court of your oppressor. The court of your oppressor can never ever give you justice. The occupation forces will never give you justice. Biafran land is under occupation. Britain is occupying Biafran land through the caliphate. Today you see them talking about Ukraine. They're talking about Russia invading Ukraine. Meanwhile, in Biafra land, Britain is using the caliphate to invade Biafra land. British are using the caliphate to invade Biafra land. Not only invasion, a lot of people are being molded down. People are losing their life on a daily basis in Biafra land. All thanks to the Britain. But today you see them shouting on top of Russia. Today shouting on top of Russia. Why is Russia invading Ukraine? But you are there supporting invasion of Biafra land. You think you go free. Chukwu Okabia will not forgive you. Every crime you're committing against Biafran people, you will definitely pay. You brought a civil war to us. We fought for good 3 years, and Chukwu Okabia kept us. We didn't wipe us away. We will continue. My only concern is that Biafran people, we must stand as Biafrans and be united. Anybody in the old southeastern region, present South, Southern, and South, and Lower Benue, we are all Biafra. Identify yourself with Biafra. See yourself as a Biafran. Forget about your tribe, whatever. After we have gotten Biafra as our nation, then any name you want to take, you can take for yourself. Mazi Nnamdi have said it. There are so many nations in Biafra, so many nations. We fought during the Civil War. It was all of us in the old southeastern region. Everybody in the old southeastern region, united in unity, we fought for 3 years. In unity. We agreed on it. And that was why they don't call chaos. But today they have divided us. And because they have divided us, that is why we cannot be able to move forward. But the time has come when we have to unite and fight again, like the way we did during the Biafran War. Today you see some people, they are seeing the Biafra issue as if it's just for the Igbos. You see some people, they are leaving the whole responsibility to the Igbos. You see the Igbos, they are talking about the people in the river area. They are leaving the responsibility for them. You see different tribes attacking each other. We are one people. We need to focus and fight for our freedom. That is our collective interest. Everybody in the old southeastern region, it is our war. It is our fight. I want to play a video for you of a story of a Biafran story that somebody from our river area told. Our brother from river area, the story of Biafra he told. What happened in Biafra and the way the Janjaweed attacked us and how we fought back. I want you to hear that story. For some people who are thinking that Biafra is just only Igbo, Biafra is not only Igbos. During the Biafran War, there was proper consultation and everybody were on board to fight, except for the saboteurs, which you will always have. You will always have saboteurs, no matter what happens. They are always there, but they cannot distract us. I want to play this video for you. Watch this video and listen to every word this man has to say. The man that is telling this story is from the river area, from the coastal region. He is telling the story of what transpired during the Biafran War, how it came about. I want to play this simple video for you. It's a very short one. I will play it for you. Listen to every word he has to say. You will learn a lot from this video and you will begin to identify yourself as a Biafran. No matter your tribe, no matter your religion, no matter the language you speak, no matter your location, identify yourself only as a Biafran. That is how we can succeed and fight back the way we fought in the Civil War. And we will definitely win. Watch this video before we come back and continue our discussion.
But Matthew
the British High Commissioner, Sir Comin Bruce, all of them pressed on Murtala. In fact, Murtala and Major Martin Adamu had written an address for Northern Nigerian Republic, handed that address to Gowon, who in turn handed that document to Nnamdi Yusuf, the then police special operation head. Nnamdi Yusuf is Mohammed Diko Yusuf. He was handed over to. And when he was given, he now handed that same document to his cousin, Justice Bello, at that time, who came to Lagos for corruption investigation in the Ministry of Communication or so, who saw the danger too, because already the British people have told them that they amalgamated the South and the North in order to use the wealth of the South to encourage that of the North. And that if they should break out at that time, they will suffer. So the British High Commissioner even told Murtala and his Martin Adamu, that if they leave that moment, they will suffer, so they should not. And that if Brigadier Oguntepe became the head of state, it will gather the world against the North. And so that is how they worked until they pacified their mind with Yakubu Gowon. Which is why when Ojukwu said no, it could not be because of his rank, they double promoted Yakubu Gowon into Major General. From Lieutenant Colonel, they bypassed Colonel, they bypassed Brigadier and made him Major General. That is why Gowon became Major General. Now, with this contest between the Eastern governor and that of the federal government led to the Ghanaian president of that time, the Ghanaian military head of state, Lieutenant General Joseph Ankara, to invite Ojukwu and his team and that of the federal government to Aburi. And when they went to Aburi, Ojukwu presented a very fantastic document which, if Gowon had kept, we would not have been talking what we are talking today. But that document was a Confederate Republic of Nigeria. You go back and study what Confederate Republic is. Because of time, I will not be able to go into that details. So when they returned back, Ojukwu told Gowon that if Gowon will come and implement that document, he can now work with him. Gowon even stood up and embraced him. They were all comrado there. When they returned back, Ojukwu, because of that, felt that he has gone to make peace, right? Yeah. So he now announced to the Eastern regional people, those who escaped from the North, that he has made peace so they can go back to their areas of where they survived. Unfortunately for those who listened to him, when they went back to their areas in the North, a month later, they were massacred. Ojukwu died without guilt. Ojukwu died without guilt. Our father died without guilt. And when that happened, a Nembe people, the Nembe Ezon man, my own king, Mingiten, now called Ojukwu, in Port Harcourt, the king of Nembe, His Royal Majesty Osamade Francis Joseph Alagwa, Mingiten of Nembe, called Ojukwu to Port Harcourt. They met in Port Harcourt. And it was the Mingiten of Nembe that told him, you've done your best. That we thought, because Gowon, when he returned back, the federal government, BBC now made another recalcitrant publication or broadcast that the three governors and the head of state has bowed down to Ojukwu. So when they made that statement, it now made the northern elders call for Gowon, asked him what document did he go to sign. When they showed him, because they have been schooled by the British people, when he showed them rather, they said, no, you have to withdraw from such document, go back to one Nigeria. So out of that, Gowon went to the public, in his public address, said he cannot stand by that Aburi Accord, that go on with one Nigeria. So Ojukwu on his part said, no, on Aburi we stand. And because it became an impromptu thing, and at the point in time, they were still killing our people. They were massacring our people, even putting them in vehicles down to Port Harcourt, down to Odecha, down to Umuahia, down to Aba. That is what they were doing. They had the free will. And because Gowon cannot stop them, which is the reason the Mingiten of Nembe now met Ojukwu, and the Portuguese called this extrusion of the southern part into the sea, Biafra. The Portuguese called that area Biafra, although Biafra existed long before them. Are you understanding? Yes. But in the modern nomenclature of this territory, which is why if you look at the old Nigerian map, from Bayelsa down to the east to Akwa Ibom, we have this as Batof, Biafra. Then from Bayelsa to the west, we have Bat of Benin. Then the old water is called the Gulf of Guinea. So because our king felt that the Bat of Biafra involves his own kingdom, and to be an all-inclusive thing, he took it to Ojukwu and said, look, Gowon cannot protect us anymore. So use this name and call the eastern region, which includes us, as Biafra, to be a country of our own away from Nigeria. That is one thing we have to mention here clearly. I'm mentioning this so that our Igbo cousins too will understand. Ojukwu did not wake up to just declare it, because he's a very trained historian and a senior military officer. So he asked my king, did you discuss this with your coastal elders? That's number one. Two, he told them that if he declares, the Nigerian side will wage war, because one, it was an impromptu thing that we never planned for, and that we have not even done international consultation. We don't even have money. But because when you
Fulani Janjaweed can overwhelm us is by dividing us. If you are an agent of Fulani Caliphate, if you have come to do the bidding of Fulani Janjaweed in our land, I am asking you this very evening to retrace your steps. Because again, starting from this very day, anywhere Biafrans are killed, any governor, any police commissioner who tolerates the massacre of innocent people will pay very dearly for it. Will pay very, very dearly for it. Do not underestimate our resolve. Because this evening, first of all, I speak as a human being who is possessed of a compatriot spirit. and empathy with the suffering of human beings everywhere, especially in the zoo that Britain created called Nigeria. Second, I speak as a witness to the suffering of Biafrans at the hands of their so-called fellow citizens in the zoo called Nigeria. And what we want to make abundantly clear is that we are warning everybody who is a stakeholder in the zoo about our determination and our resolve to ensure that our land is defended. This is a resolution we have reached, and it is cast in stone.